Pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. Philip Dorsett by himself, past the 20, touchdown Cardinals. Philip Dorsett, 105 yards, and the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A first down throw for Mariota. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Mariota now on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. This is caught. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marcus Mariota scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Flushed out right. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and long here for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it stays up. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep is Phillip Dorsett. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Jordan Howard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A first down carry for Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Slow. Under.
They go play action with Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, Mariota. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First down, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Howard all alone in the backfield on second and goal.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They get it to him running left. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jordan Howard with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, twisting away. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat for Hyde. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Forced out to his left. And Davis with it left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Taylor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Following the interception here, Mariota. eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Hey. One. Watch 88.
Play action now. Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10.
Z. Under.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, watch 28. One.
To throw Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. Going for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Working out of the gun, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns. These are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. He's to the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now he's going to let it go. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Mariota on 1st down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jordan Howard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Taylor hit. He lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Taylor on first down. Left side, it's Dorsett. And now running right through it. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor flushed out right. Going deep downfield for Roll. He's got it at the 15. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 53 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Slow.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will get him 1 closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Howard. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And finding the tight end Hooper. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Mariota. And a throw right sideline is complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And there he goes again. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Philip Dorsett with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will shave one more off this lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Flush to his right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey. Set. Blue 18. 1.
Second down, Mariota. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game. And fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Mariota now, 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Mariota trying to lay one up deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
This is Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mariota. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Third and goal, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Taylor to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. on 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything